Greetings and salutations everyone, I'm Mac. This is Let's Play Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky. In the last episode we made it to Zeiss with the help of one small girl. I believe that we're safe to leave the Zeiss Central Factory. Yeah, looks like it. So, this is not a very interesting area it looks like, but who knows, maybe there's people to talk to. Welcome! I have all kinds of beautiful flowers, please have a look! Oh, so you're selling bear claws, huh? Well, we already have so many of these things, but I'll just take 5 of these. Just so it doesn't feel like we're window shopping. And you have drinks. All the drinks. I mean, who knows, we might have to deal with penguins again. That's the Zeiss landing board. Oh, actually, what else do you have to say? You look like you've been working hard. How about a nice cold drink? Mother, there are enough flowers on the veranda! Oh, look at these flowers! I'd love to plant these on the veranda, but I'm afraid the colours might clash. Doesn't seem like it'll stop you. The airliner Sicilia is currently in port, having just arrived from the west. All passengers en route to Gransel region, please proceed through the gates. And even the cat has a name. Airship arrivals and departures. Gransel 1. Dangerous combustible objects prohibited! Docking is a go! Time for final liftoff check. Is the Sicilia important? I'm trying to remember. It might be. Maybe we've seen it before and I just don't remember. We also... What's this? Escalators. Some kind of moving staircase. It really is a long climb, so I guess it would be tough without it. Yeah, but to have the whole thing moving underneath you? This has been full of surprises ever since we got here. No kidding! So we are allowed to keep moving on these. And we are allowed to move up the wrong way, but that's inconsiderate. That's incredible! A staircase that moves! We should call them movies! Oh, are you all braces? Staying armed and guards has the means to fulfill your needs. My shop is just across the street from the Bracer Guild, so drop by any time. Nice veranda you've got there. It's a good thing we're braces, otherwise we might get in trouble for just intruding on everyone's place. Home of residence. I just got back from Rouen. I heard that our sail was seen flying around Rouen. It's a shame. If I had stayed a little longer, I bet I could have seen it myself. Right, our sail was the Royal Guard's super ship. My family just returned from a trip to Rouen. They had a wonderful time. Hang on. Oh dear, you changed your text. My job is selling airships. When the Arsail was being built, both the factory and the Royal Guard came to me for advice. After the test flight they stopped contact with me, but it seems like everything turned out alright, I'm glad. Did we see you in Rouen? I wish Mum had come with us on our trip to Rouen. I think we did. I think you were the people with the lost dentures. It was no use, she's got a phobia about airships. And she's still married that guy, huh? How about that? There's no grandfather though. I don't see a grandfather. The map tells us that the Septian Church is right across the street. The Bracer Guild is right here. No doubt the arms shop is here. Greetings, weapons enthusiasts! Welcome to Stain Arm and Guards. Do the sight of fair accoutrements make your palms sweaty? Well, shop here. We cater to the violently inclined. To be fair, who else would you expect to come to shops like this? Okay, we have one of these. We don't have one of these. And it's just a flat out stat upgrade, but also friggin' it's expensive. We have base slards, but not Gurcha knives. We're gonna have to come back here to buy these for our friend. Defense 75, Arts Defense 4. Prevent Petrify, so apparently that's going to be a status effect we have to worry about in the future. Honestly, let's just go for the weapons. Because that's the stuff that we're probably going to worry about the most. And yeah, the Skulldaggers are just outclassed by this point. Decisions. Do I want a balanced general use weapon or do I want to hold an ace in the hole cannon? Or do I just buy both and stop wasting time worrying? Hang on, let me have a look at these purchases again. Ice? Range of 3 to range of 4. Yeah, I think the revamped model is just better in every way. All that's left now is collecting the broken quartz. Just about time to check our inventory. Once the order's assembled, we'll take all the goods to the Republic via the Wolf Fort. Forged bar. Ah, home at last. Yeah, you're the old man. I just got back from a little trip to Rouen. Had a good time, but I sure am glad to be back home. Yeah, there's quite a few unlikable people around there, aren't there? We don't have any of these things, so one of each. Oh, you cure faint. I would have liked to have you for the previous boss. Seems like this soup can really help you concentrate. Wonder if it really does anything. I mean, it's water, bouillon, vegetables, and pepper. Lodgings are down there, so over here we have... Louise, why are you so lazy? Hurry and make the bed, I can't take my mat. Louise, are you listening? Make the bed! Will you shut up a second? I'm looking for a book. What is going on there? Is that a maidservant taking advantage of no one but the small child being home to ransack it? I was on the girl's side, I was on Louise's side until she opened her mouth. Here we go! It's the guy! Looks like the problem's... Okay, you are going to be very important. Unfortunately, since we don't know your name, we can't force you to talk to us. Oh, that's not a door. Lodgings? Ritter Roadway, Septian Church. We might as well talk to people here, but we're not going to spend our money on a rest when we might be getting a rest free later. Welcome to Zanhard Hotel. We have every amenity to suit your needs. I think you'll find your stay a pleasant one. Okay, sheets are done. Let's stock the room amenities. Stock them, I say! Lots of stuff to do. Time to unleash the fury, Emma! I like this girl. She appears to be a very generic maid NPC, but I can appreciate that sort of enthusiasm. I mean, the last time we checked out a hotel like this, well, okay, much longer ago, but there was a very plot important Josette around there, so I am quite willing to pop into rooms just to check if there's anyone near. What do I do? Father told me to go buy bread. All this bread looks the same. Which do I choose? Purging Balm. Cure Poison, Seal and Blind. Cure Freeze and Petrify. Confuse Sleep Faint. Mute. EP Charge. I guess this one is available here. Woolly Knit Hat. Fresh milk is actually something we need quite a bit of. Yet we are significantly less rich than we were when we started this adventure. Or started this area, I mean. Who are you guys? Pirates? Ninjas? Oh dear, this month's going to be a tight one. Come on in, welcome to Bell Station. We're the only store that carries everything from food to everyday goods. Except every other store that does that, but they aren't around here. Ah, the memories. I helped Professor Russell build this orbital clock. Ordnance drive it, you know. Long as the orbital power doesn't stop, the clock will keep running. Not many remember the old days anymore when Zeiss was that clock town. The church is quite simple, isn't it? So different from the surrounding buildings. I wonder if there's a revolving chair or some other hidden gimmick. This is the last stop on my liberal pilgrimage. Quite a strange feeling. Welcome to the Septian Church. I am here to help you with anything spiritual or mundane. Welcome to the Septian Church. Please approach and pray. Man, yeah, oh, here's an extra door. But yeah, they're right, this is probably the smallest church we've seen yet. I think that is everywhere, so let's go pester the guild. Hi there! Pardon us. See where... Finally here, I see. Estelle, Joshua, welcome to Zeiss. Huh? You know us? I've already been briefed of your arrival from Wenjin at the Wuhan branch. A girl with chestnut hair tied in twin ponytails, a boy with black hair and amber eyes. That is you, is it not? Hi, okay. My name is Kalika. Zeiss welcomes your service. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Oh, same here. The pleasure is ours. I know you've only just arrived, but I'd like to proceed with the formalities of changing your affiliation. If you'll just sign these documents... Okay. Estelle and Joshua signed the assignment change forms. That should do it. You are both now affiliates of the Zeiss Royal Regional Guild. There are no urgent matters that must be seen to currently. Feel free to check the bulletin board and work at your own pace. That's kinda disappointing, but hey, a little peace and quiet can now be a good thing. Oh right, I had a question to ask. About Cassius, correct? She can read minds! Joshua! Did Jean tell you about him too? A whole sordid matter. I'm sorry to say that Cassius is not currently in the Zeiss region. He only stops in every few months or so. Figures. That just leaves Grancel, or maybe... I believe I might be able to provide you with a lead in another matter. Please take this. ATTN Factory Chief. What's this? It is a letter of introduction to the head of the central factory, one Mr. Murdoch. He is basically like the mayor of the Zeiss region. There's this in regards to the matter of Black Augment. The stories of the mayor's residence paint it as a very mysterious item. I suggest you consult with the factory chief, see what he has to say. Wow, you've really got all this planned out? Do you have some kind of superpower, Kalika? My business is to provide support for races such as yourselves. I simply decipher the intelligence that's provided and pass it on as the mandates of my job require. Wow. We really appreciate your assistance. Think nothing of it. I trust that you will return to assist us should a major incident occur. You can count on us when the time comes. Well, do you want to go ahead and see the factory chief? Sounds good to me. I mean, there's also questing to do, and there might be someone interesting up here. There's no one interesting up here, darn it. Okay, Temp Librarian. Difficulty low, 250 mirror. I'm seeking an interim librarian with keen investigative skills. Anyone who wishes to apply, see me in the archives on 2F. Please understand you may be asked to pick up some slack on a few odds and ends before the real work begins. A ferocious monster known as a Chronosider has been spotted roving the Trap Plains Road. Racers from this branch are requested to deal with this threat immediately. And that's it. Speak with a customer on your way to the main quest objective. Actually, thought occurs. We didn't get to keep her gun. On our way to the main objective, so I think that means that in the central factory we're going to see the librarian. Safety save. Okay, so I'm just looking about and we are safe on this regard. We have all the quartz we can buy, so we don't have to worry about getting extras. However, we might still want to get more for cool abilities like this. I mean, look, we've got lightning and aerial on Joshua now. Actually, give me one more look at what you have. Cast 2 and Action 2, so you aren't giving us any upgrades to our speed here, at least. But wow, it's a good thing that we got that achievement before we ran out, so to speak. Oh. I guess this is the slow way to get around 2F. Central Factory Office? Archives, okay. Excuse me? We saw your request on the bulletin board. Oh my, you're here already? I only just put in the request a little while ago. Hehe. Well, we just had to come in to change assignments so we were ready for work. Well, shall we get started then? That's fine. This is about hiring the temp librarian, right? Yes, that's right. It turned out to be so much more of an ordeal than expected. What kind of ordeal? I'll explain that in a moment. I think this is one where BP might be on the line. Be sure to examine the target items carefully and thoroughly. You don't want to judge a book by its cover. I'll explain that in a moment. Beforehand though, I've a matter I would like you to help settle. Consider it a favour, if you will. What kind of matter are you referring to? The archives loaned out some books to various central factory departments. Sometimes they keep them past the due date and don't pay the fees. First, I'd like you to get our books back. What? That's simple. Where do we need to go? Let's see. They should be in the 3rd floor design room, 4th floor lab and clinic. 3rd floor, 4th floor. Got it! Is that everything? Yes. Please come back once you have them. Okay, we will. We'll start immediately. So I guess this is just a reason to explore. Also, this is actually a very big area, isn't it? Found septium optic annals. Published by the Zeiss Central Factory. The current state of orbital technology research pertaining to orbital energy attributes on the quartz interface, R&D for high output orbital guns which utilize zero-defect crystals, statistical predictions of precipitation defects due to interference field formation, relative cascade geometry and propulsion efficiency under low orbital energy conditions, mechanical calculation acceleration through the use of orbital energy storing cycloidal gears with tourbillon. The current state of all technology research. During these 50 years since the orbital revolution, the Central Factory has striven in the reform of orbital technology by working out a number of applicable methods for its use. Currently, the research findings of this same factory have been utilized in all facets of society and have greatly contributed to the development of industry. However, on the flip side of all these remarkable achievements, the field of basic research has been disregarded as a thing of naught. What is orbital energy? What are the fundamental operating principles of an orbment? Now in an age where social appraisal of technology research has become an unchallenged part of life, it leaves us to beg the question of whether or not we should return to the basics. Now where are those papers I set aside before I left? Of course, by before I mean prior to my trip to the Royal Academy, and that was quite some time ago. Wait, are you? Would we have seen that guy hang about the Academy? Wow, the amount of times characters tie in. This new engine for the RSAL is turning into quite a formidable problem. We were waiting for Clive and Ruan to join in our collaborative research, but he declined our offer. As things currently stand, we're unable to move forward. That one fella quitting ain't much of a help either. Right now the RCL ain't much more than a gussied up transport ship. If we don't do something about finishing it and all that time and work's wasted. Okay, so there's nothing else in here. Haven't we? What? Now that you mention it, we did meet previously when we were in Rouen. I thought so. You two were a real help that time. I appreciate you finding the orbital gun prototype for me. Oh yeah, you're that science guy. How'd all your research and stuff end up doing anyway? I think it's safe to say the orbital gun's research is moving along nicely. It will take time to properly micronize the components, but we can do it! If things go smoothly, we can have them on the shelves soon! Hope they end up big sellers. Well, I'm gonna buy it, but only because I'm buying everything at least once. He does not have books, it's the next floor up that has books. Up once more. Found tomorrow's cooking. Cooking is a science, recipes for the new millennium. Today I will be cooking one of my newest cooking recipes specifically for those readers of this book. And that recipe is none other than, drumroll please, can you guess what it is? It's bouillabaisse! Hang on, I want to see how you pronounce this. What a weird word, bouillabaisse. That's right, this delectable dish of unobtrusive monster bits is one that everyone can enjoy. Follow my ground baking recipe, and that monster corpse you've been dragging around will taste simply divine. Now whip out your sword and let's get started. Ingredients: 2 juicy bones, 2 fish fillet, 1 crisp onion, 1 red pepper, add to taste, 1 clear gelatin, add to taste. Directions: wash juicy bones thoroughly with water. If you're still bothered by the scent, then try boiling them, or if all else fails, cram a clove of garlic deep in each nostril. 2. Finely chop crisp onions. Chop juicy bones and fish fillet into edible sized pieces. Lightly rinse clear gelatin in water after unraveling it. Sauté ingredients in a heated frying pan. After fish fillet has been lightly cooked, add water or soup and simmer until liquid has far evaporated. Lastly, add clear gelatin and bring to a boil. Remove from heat and wait for thickening. After clear gelatin thickens, cut it into edible sized pieces. Your bouillabaisse is now ready. You may eat it as is, or heating it with a little flashy orbital magic makes for a great dinner show. No, this dish is great for lunchboxes and scaring small children. Oh wow! Learned recipe for bouillabaisse plus. Oh wow, a futuristic menu item boldly jellifying a famous dish. Wow, I have to make one of these. Right in the middle of the factory, yes, but I'm doing it. Recently, Ray had me try some kind of vile anti-nat food product sample. Looks like a tomato, but it's terribly bitter. Definitely made me forget any thoughts of sleep, and now I can't get the taste out of my mouth. It's like calling mousetraps on your earlobes anti-sleep aids. I want to see those shoes, please. This term I was supposed to be studying greenhouses. Do you know what studying greenhouses means? Quite literally, you're watching the grass grow. Boring, and more importantly, unmarketable. So I decided to breed a new species of tomato. You rescued me, so to speak. So, who would like to sample my tomato, No one. You know, I was thinking, yeah, this book is great for teaching you the recipe, but I just don't think it's gonna count. I'm gonna have to figure it out some other way. Nope, bouillabaisse plus. Found kitty talk for dummies. things to be aware of when speaking in feline. Pronunciation of the feline language has distinct characteristics depending on the region and may differ slightly from the following information. This could be considered comparable to dialects in the human tongue. In addition, since the number of elongated vowel sounds, indicated by the tilde character, are intimately related to a cat's personality and emotional state, there is quite a broad range of variation. That being said, I have attempted to compile a list of the most common expressions. Yawn. You're absolutely right. Strong affirmation. Yawn. This way. Yawn. This is it. An expression of delight. Yawn. Hold up. When urging to be cautious. Yeah. These nails are bothering me. I'm agitated. Yeah. I'm hungry. Yawn. An expression of caution. Yawn. I'm tired. Yawn. Who are you? Yawn. Yes, that's right. Yawn. What's wrong? Yawn. So we meet again, fleshy thing. Yawn. It's been a while. How have you been? Yawn. Goodbye. Yawn. Yes, that's exactly right. Yawn. Hello? A yawn. Yawn. What did you say, oh hairless one? An expression of reproach. Meow. You are quite welcome, squishy pink thing. Meow. I'm hungry, kitten talk. Meow. I'm sorry. I might not be getting the tilde correct. Elongated vowel sounds. Yeah, you're supposed to drag it out when you get to those parts. Oh well, I don't think I'm expected to speak cat. Although it does make me wonder about that one cat we saw at the airport. Is something the matter? This is the factory clinic. We're equipped for dealing with conventional illness too, so don't hesitate to come. And then we go back to the second floor because that's where we're doing our librarian work. Are you done? Haha, we brought them for you. Handed over Septium Optical Annals, Tomorrow's Cooking, and Kitty Talk for Dummies. All of the books have been returned. Quest Temp Librarian completed. Good, now we have all the books again. I thank you for your assistance. It was no big deal. We didn't have any issues. That's good to hear. In that case, perhaps I should go ahead and ask you for help with my favourite type of work. Oh, that's right. You mentioned having some significant problems somewhere along the line. So what kind of work is it? Just like before, we need some overdue materials returned. The book in question is The Herbe Woodpecker. We'll make note of that. Right, Herbe Woodpecker. So it's a book on birds, right? Do you have any clues for us? Yes, as a matter of fact. Take a look at this. Approach the man of stone standing in silence within the mountain village pond, and ye shall receive. Okay, I wrote that down. What the heck is it? It was written on a card that was taken from the book. I imagine it's some kind of hint as to its whereabouts. A hint of bad poetry, maybe? So it was only borrowed because someone with way too much time on their hands wanted to hide it somewhere? Evidently so. It's the sort of trick that researchers used to play on each other long ago. I have no idea what would possess someone to hide a book of all things. But we certainly have our fare of unusual characters. Fair share. It's not surprising that any of them might follow such a bizarre custom. Anyway, I leave this matter in your capable hands. Please bring the book back. Hey, hold on. Is this the only lead we have? I'm afraid so. But the guild sent you, so I have every confidence in your ability. Well, that's just awesome. Understood. It will be difficult work, but we'll do all we can. You may have to search every nook and cranny in Zeiss, but I'm sure you'll find it. I'll be waiting here. When you do find it, please bring it back to me. Let's get this show on the road then. I look forward to seeing you again. Okay, according to the guide, It's not urgent. Go ahead with your main quest objective. Ah, I see. So, theoretically, yeah, we can read all our previous books, so if we missed it, we can go back and read tomorrow's cooking. Hertz's adventure. Encounter with a oh dear. This might be something to do later, because we are kind of over time. Anyhow, until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around. I say later, but it'll make an excellent end slate. Encounter with a Speckled Genie, Part 1. Using his fingers to push his slipping glasses back onto the ridge of his nose, young Hertz continued his journey. As far as he could see in every direction, the earth had been blanketed with a thick layer of white. The fine powder covering the ground in undulating lumps and clumps was actually made up of pale granules of sand, which were light and fluffy like the freshly driven snow. "Where's the river supposed to be?" came the raspy voice of a youth named Midas from behind. Wait, raspy youth? Midas, a skinny boy with the hair the color of tobacco leaves protruding from the butt of a hand-rolled cigarette. Please stop being so descriptive, it's very confusing. Was Hertz's most trusted friend and the one who never hesitated to tag along with him on one of his impulsive adventures. "It's just a little further," young Hertz replied without turning his head to look back at his companion. The two of them had set out for the Spindly River, which cut directly across the center of the parched white desert and the oasis beside it. A rest stop well known for being the last place of refuge for travelers and their camels who were brave enough to cross the scorching dunes. Young Hertz and Midas had planned to camp there alongside the riverside that evening, before attempting to trek across the remainder of the barren lands the following day. "So do you think we'll really be alright?" Midas asked as he unwrapped the silver wrapper of a half-melted candy. "There's been some rumour going around about a genie appearing in these parts. Believe it or not, some say he'll even gobble up whole people." "Rumours are just rumours," replied young Hertz. "But I might consider the veracity if we ever did come across a real one," he added, brushing off the idea with a chuckle. No sooner had the words left his mouth when a booming voice thundered from somewhere behind them. "Then how about you start considering that now?" Upon hearing this, young Hertz turned quickly around, his eyes searching for the source of the questioning voice. There, standing before him, was the figure of a decrepit genie, swathed in a robe of incomprehensible black, his back more bowed than the curled spine of a cat seeking its master's attention. And a pair of old spectacles perched atop the curved shape of its talon-like nose. Yet, the more young Hertz looked at the genie, the more unsure he became as to whether he was staring at something resembling a shriveled old man or a ghastly old woman. Midas froze in terror as he saw the tall robed personage not far from his side. "I'm not scared," he stuttered with a face whiter than the desert sand surrounding them, as he noticed young Hertz's gaze fixated on the genie. "My candy just got stuck in my throat is all," he croaked out as he bumbled through a jumble of ridiculous excuses in his head. A complex smirk of wrinkles curled across the genie's cheeks, giving the illusion that something else was living below its haggard skin. "Oh my, how cruel it is to have been gobbled up whole! What a piteous fate for that sugared lump of candy in your gullet!" Not seeming to mind that the spectacles had begun to slip from its nose, the genie continued to shake its head, gripped by some mad delight. "But fear not, my little drop of sweetness, for I shall avenge you by digesting the very marrow of these boys' bones as I change them into the dust of these arid lands." The genie narrowed its turbid eyes and trundled towards Midas. In an instant, the sleeves of its robe were flung back by exposing thin gnarled arms, which shook like a pair of long-withered branches in the wind. The genie's fingertips extended, sharp as pointed tridents, and sped toward Midas's twitching face, advancing with precision, or at least that's what it seemed like, until they passed by the boy's face and stabbed futilely at the empty air. As if being slightly amazed by the failed attempt, the genie cocked its head in surprise, but soon thereafter took notice of what had been amiss. In a hurry, it brought both its hands up to its ancient face and began to neatly adjust the pair of spectacles which sat crookedly on the top of the bent nose. I've had poor eyesight since I was a child too," said young Hertz, the creature, as it fumbled with its glasses. "Looks to me like yours is worse than mine." As soon as the genie took in the young boy's words, a much larger set of furrowed wrinkles appeared on his face. "How did you know?" it asked suspiciously. The genie tweaked the position of the spectacles on the bridge of its nose before turning back to young Hertz and inquired again, "How did you know my eyes were so bad?" Young Hertz exchanged incredulous looks with Midas, both taken aback by the genie's apparent obliviousness. However, while this was occurring, another expression had taken over the wizard's eyes and face. "So that's it, huh? I see how it is." The genie went on as it raised a bony white finger and pointed at the set of glasses young Hertz was wearing. "Those are magical spectacles, aren't they?" the creature declared triumphantly. "Spectre what?" said young Hertz with a confused look on his face. "Indeed they must be," the black-robed genie muttered as it cast its eyes to heavenward while ignoring young Hertz's response. And once more, the crone-like figure began to tremble with glee. To be continued. Till next time, guys, take care. I'll see you all around.